Thank you so much for coming to the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Real Odds and Evens. How you doing, love?
What's going on? I'm feeling good. How about you?
I'm feeling amazing. I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Are you ready for these 20 questions?
Phew. Um, Anything set forward inside this live with these questions, I do not hold held bound to me. They do not represent me, and I'm answering them for entertainment purposes only, and they do not dictate anything inside my life going forward. I decree.
Okay, I hear that disclosure, honey. So that's definitely noted. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, the first question I have for you here is what made you want to start YouTube?
So, what made me want to start YouTube? So I had a YouTube channel for years now, but I never really did anything on it. And I had posted a video years ago. Video had went viral. I think I had got like 200 something thousand views.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and they sent me, you know, some YTP thing. But back
Mm,
then I didn't know anything about it. I was younger. I didn't care.
right.
And when I stepped up like on YouTube, I was like just basically supporting everybody. So I still had those views, and I'm just like, well, this video didn't really dictate who I am now. So I kind of basically privated that video, and then I eventually deleted it. And then um somebody told me one day you should go do a live, show us who you are, this, that. So I did it. And this is back in January of last year. And I never thought about doing YouTube. It just happened.
Yeah.
It just like something just and it's like it went from one thing to another. No, so it's just something that just is unspoken that just happened.
So, can I ask, like, the content that, sorry, y'all, YouTube already acting crazy on me. You can hear me? Oh, I think he had muted it just now.
Yeah, yeah, I
You
can
can
hear
hear
you
me?
now.
Okay. Sorry for that, y'all. What's up, everybody? What's up, Slim? What's up, Tiff Baby? You first one up in here. What's up, Elevated? What's up, you guys? T, everybody up in here. I appreciate y'all. B does. What's up, y'all? Yeah, so
So
I was gonna ask, like, as far as the content that got deleted, do you mind me asking like what that was actually about? Especially since you're saying it don't represent you now. I would like to be a little
it,
nosy.
of course, you're trying to get up all in the tea and clock it. It was just stuff from my college days. So it was just like
Mhm.
it's a friend of mine, and we were talking, and she just basically like dancing on me. You
Oh,
know, we
snap.
were near a pool, and she had on, a two-piece, and was just, shake, shake, shake. So I guess people liked that, and it was kind of like a dance, a grind dance, and people, that type of crowd. But again, that was back when I was like, you know, I think I was like 22 or 23, something like that. And it just didn't represent me now. So I didn't want, like a twerk on me on YouTube, you know?
I feel that. I understand. I definitely do. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Sassy. Thank you guys so much for joining. Please make sure that you guys are double tapping the screen to like the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Real Odds and Evens. Please make sure to go over to his channel, subscribe, and check out his content. Hey, Trisha. Hey, Tanika. You guys, thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate
Yeah.
y'all.
How y'all doing? What's
So,
going on to the chat?
speaking of nosy, I actually do have a question speaking on that. So, my next question for you here is why do you think society labels people who see through the nosy as misunderstood rather than highly observant?
Um, well, in my opinion, is because there were certain people who are at a certain level who have things to hide. So they have unequivocally put that label on people to try to throw those people off so that certain people won't will stop being nosy, will stop asking. So people who are aware and are observant, because there is a fine line between being aware, observant, and just being plain nosy. Um, that's just a way to dictate their actions for people to step back. So like, oh, you're just being nosy, and then the regular population, like everybody else who's on here, these places, they've adopted that saying to themselves, like, oh, you're nosy, you this, you're that.
Yeah, I definitely feel you when you say that for sure. Hey, Lisa, thank y'all so much for coming through. Make sure you guys are double tapping the screen for me. I appreciate y'all. Okay, so my next question for you here is, if intelligence is your engine and willingness is your fuel, what do you think the steering wheel that keeps you from going over the cliff would be for you?
Hmm. My mouth and me stopping at a certain pace. My mouth
Really?
being able, yeah, being able to like l- limit myself, because I believe that my mouth and words have power. So certain things that I do limit myself on, it keeps me from going over. Like, like sometimes, like inside my lives, I tell people I don't cuss, like or I limit myself on cussing. So there's a limiter that's put there in my head, in my mind, and then sometimes when I think before I speak, well, when I'm being real, there's real and then there's odds. But when odds comes into play, that's a whole nother story.
Hold on. So, okay, so there's real and there's eyes. That's really okay. So I have to actually ask, what made you want to name your channel that? Because now that you're saying there's real and there's eyes, is that supposed to be like almost like a ego kind of thing? Or can you explain that?
Well, I won't say ego, but it's just like two parts of a duality put together. So it's like, okay, people, all right. In my gnosis of things, of knowing things and knowing people, people like to see dualities of people. You can't just be a one-dimensional person. So now with me, when I came with real and odds, you're gonna see the realness of me, but then you're gonna see the oddity of me, which still is gonna coincide with me and my channel through a creative connection of which I am part on, you know, the fam, the subscribers, the people. And but the original meaning of it was real odds is I took my real life and made the odds that were in my life even.
I like that a lot. I would have never even known that, like real eyes and evens. Like that's actually really dope. I never would have like thought about it like that. That's actually really dope. And it's interesting because I actually kind of had a question that kind of dealt with something similar to what you're speaking on, because I find it so like, I love the fact that you said it takes the things in your life that's like odd and makes it even. And I really feel like that suits you in so many ways, especially like when it comes to like your lives and things like that, because you have a lot that you speak on your lives that kind of trigger what you were just talking about. And I think that's really, really dope. And it kind of makes sense to like why it would be that way. Hmm. Let me
Right,
see.
right. Y'all
Yeah.
make sure y'all like up the
I'm a
live.
we're gonna
After
get there eventually. Okay. But yeah, that's actually really dope. So before we even actually started this live, you started speaking on how something that you do during your life is you deal with like you feed the homeless and stuff like that. How did that come about?
so it basically started like I was already doing that anyways, like throughout my life and being of service to others, whether it be like less fortunate or homeless, whether I had for myself or not. I saw people inside of a position where some people are not homeless by choice. That there's mental instability and like a emotional handicap that comes into play for some of these homeless people, and they can't help it. So I would do certain things to help them, and then my sis, she, unfortunately, her son, he passed, so she just
Oh,
started. Yeah,
condolences.
yeah, no, that's all right. Started to because he passed of aneurysm. Um, she decided to start a nonprofit because of it, and knowing that we're very in service to others of people in these things, you know her sister and all these other people, and we just decided to come together as one. So they do their part, I do my part, because it's based out of Florida, but we was doing it up here until she moved down there. She bought a house, and we continue and do it all over. So we help people in Jamaica, this, that, whenever, we have the funds or have the donations that come in, or certain places, like whether it's like Walmart, Target, it don't matter. Whatever, little, big, or small, helping at-risk women, women who've been abused, even if it's men, it doesn't matter. If it can be done, it can be done.
That's amazing, and I love that so much. That's really dope because there's so many people that go through all type of things that nobody even knows about, and they end up in those situations. So it's dope having people that's able to come back and like give back when they're able to. So I definitely appreciate and applaud you for that. What's up, everyone? Hey, Nisha. Thank you so much for coming in. And hello to everyone. Anthony, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. This is 20 Questions with Jay, y'all. And I'm here with Real Odds and Even. Please make sure that you go over to his channel, subscribe, and check out his content, okay? So, my next question I have for you here is the true self who a person is the true self someone who when they're alone, or no, I said that wrong. Is the true self of someone the person who they are when they're alone, or do you think the true self of someone is who they are when they become pushed to their absolute breaking point by another person?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Um, I think it all depend. In my opinion, y'all. I I do believe that for the most part, people are like that when they're by themselves because people become spark. But I think it in all actuality, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
It depends on the person, and I say that because I know that a lot of people, not a lot, but more than not often, put forth a representative of themselves for people to portray. And sometimes people, that's not their real selves. And they have to do this because they're in society, or they're in the workplace, or, they stay in the hood. So they got to put on this face of, oh, I got to be this way and I got to act hard to survive the jungle, but that's not really them. And deep down, they're just like a teddy bear, or, you know, like a girl might be from the hood and she got to act a certain type of way because if she presents herself as being too vulnerable, she might get taken advantage of by the dudes
Mm,
around there.
yeah.
So her true self is, that, but she's putting forth 80% of this role to not be messed with. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the
Hmm.
person.
Yeah, I definitely feel it. So I see Andrew said Proverbs 1:7, the fear of the Lord is beginning of knowledge. Yeah, I definitely feel that verse like matches up. Hey, fantastic. Hey, Sassy. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. So my next question for you here is we live in an era of the performative kindness. In your view, does a good deed still count if the motive behind it was a lack of character?
I mean, if it's counting towards the universal aspect of the universal laws and what God has in his righteousness, no. But if we're looking at societal means, someone can think that it can still count because the action was still done. So
I can
somebody
see
like,
what you mean.
yeah, so it's just
Almost
like,
like how it's like for example, we see a lot nowadays of people doing certain things, but we only see it done like on camera? Do you think that some people actually do it and only record themselves on camera doing it? Or do you think like they're naturally like that? If the camera was rolling or not rolling, they would be doing those deeds.
I mean, there's a select few like me, like say for instance, like I don't always record everything, right? And a lot of people probably think like, oh, you only put up these 2 or 3 videos. But if you go to like my sister's page or my cousin's page or my in-laws page, all these people, I have stuff up there, but I don't always record everything. I just do, and then a lot of people they don't want to be on camera. So I just do these good deeds and just keep it moving. But some people, yes, they do it just to be seen. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people who know me in real life and the friends up here, they know how I am in real life. You feel me? So
Yeah, no, I definitely, yeah. I'm not about to play with
sorry
you.
about that, y'all.
I'm not about to play with you. You too. Please, man, get yourself together and stop playing with me. Or if it's my phone, I don't know which one it is. But I seen you standing like this. I'm like, I know you lying. I know you lying. Like, yeah, I
And
know
did
you lying.
and
Child.
did.
You a freaking mess. I can't believe you would try that with me.
I'm sorry. Look, I
Y'all
told you
don't
sometimes I'll
even
become
mind
a
him,
monk.
y'all. Don't even mind him because he's trying to be funny. Okay,
Chill.
speaking of funny, since you're trying to be funny, let me ask another question, right? So you've done some lives where before you even actually get into what you're gonna be talking about, you go ahead and you kind of splurge out all the things that you feel like you're probably going to hear from the live in the comments, people that's just being rude, people that just want to throw you off. And one of the things that you tend to say a lot is like people tend to call you like Medea and stuff. How does that like get to you? Does stuff like that when people like say certain things, like how does that make you feel when you're on live, especially when your real emotions are like brutally seen by everyone? Like how do you react to that?
Honestly, you want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
Um, Deep down, when people say stuff like that, it's like I don't give a fudge, and I'm like, oh well.
You are so freaking crazy, child. No, I love it though. I love it though. I love that you have such a strong sense of humor and you can really just bypass a lot of stuff because a lot of people really do get up on this platform and they say all type of stuff to like mess up your life, to make you talk about them strictly, all type of different things. So I'm happy that you have like warm sense of humor when it comes to stuff like that for sure.
Right, right, right,
Mhm.
right.
Yes, man. Okay, so my next question actually has to do with your first video, especially speaking on what we just spoke on. So, your first video was a clip from a live that you titled How Comments Be on YouTube Lives in 2025. How was going live, or how has going live changed you in a negative versus like a positive way since you started going live?
um, Going live. What's going on, Sandra? Going live has changed me in a positive or. I mean, I just feel that I've been able to express myself, in a way where it's like either you like me or you don't, and it's in a way of I'm going to be me, and I'm not going to stop for
Yeah.
anybody, and I'm not gonna let anybody limit me inside my box. And I try to, and it's changed me inside of a way to be able to try to find the words to impart this on the people who are watching, to not let them be put inside of a box either, like to not be worried about what people think too much, and to step, like just step out, just show out, and don't limit yourself because you're looking at somebody and what people might say. And now, because you're thinking of what people are going to think of you or what somebody said, now you're limiting yourself on this platform. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? By
Mhm.
looks, by what you say, by this Negro didn't had dry mouth, or this person looking this way, or like today I'm looking tired and I still care. I'm like, oh well, you know. I'm
I
as you are.
definitely feel that. Okay. And I like that you kind of spoke on that because that's going to lead us into another question I have here. So, my next question for you here is, what if we lived in a world where your physical appearance changed based on how you treated the last person you spoke to? Do you think this world would be affected in a negative or a positive way, and why?
It would be a whole lot of ugly people walking around in this world. People will be looking like witches and gnomes,
Not
warlocks.
witches. Oh,
Yes,
man.
that have had water partially poured on them. Faces would be melting. People would be looking disgusting. Because
I can't even deal. Oh my gosh. Like I
people
can't deal. I
be
can't imagine like if I knew that the last person I speak with, like their looks and whatnot will like fade on to me. I'm sorry, honey, but I will be very strategic about the people that I speak to because I ain't got time to be dealing with. And not only like looks, but if you treat someone bad and the way that you made them feel turns you into like a ugly figure because they're now thinking of you in this ugly way. So now that you've like made this mark onto this person, now they visually have like this like emotion, this negative emotion that can possibly even change the way that you looked because of how you treated someone. Sweetheart, I don't think you're wrong. I think there would be a lot of witches out here.
Mhm.
I think there will be a lot of brooms in the air. Like, like, child, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Hey, Tanja girl. Thank you so much. Hey, Kaylin. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. So, my next question for you here is, do you think people are more likely to forgive a stranger for a mass debt than a loved one? Why or why not?
Yes, yes, yes. Because I don't know what it is. It's like I think feelings change because when you know someone and when you're accustomed to being around certain people, it's like you tend to judge them a little bit more than you would a stranger.
Yeah.
So, like, and I've seen that with like guys that I knew, when we were growing up and when I had came back from this or the military and this, and you know, it was like, okay, I had to do this, find new housing, all this kind of stuff. Came back from the barracks, and it was like people like, oh, here, I'm gonna loan you like 75 or $100, blah blah blah. Got to get this or something, right? But then it would be like a stranger, and these females and these guys would complain to me about it. Oh, I lent this girl, $200 or $300, and she didn't really give it back. But because she was pretty, it's like you know, shit, I can wait on it. But then $20
Mm,
from me or $50 from
mm,
me, it was like, yo, bro, I got things to do, bills to pay. And I'm like, I have it. But then this other person that's just you didn't met them on some sugar mama thingy or something, and I was like, that's what you get.
mm.
You know?
You are so funny. Nah, but I definitely feel you on that. That's real. And I kind of feel like it also has to do with the fact that you allow someone to be in your space and y'all know each other so they know what you're going through and what you have going on, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to certain things, like it's crazy how it's not crazy to me. I do understand it. It's like a bitter kind of thing, but I definitely get what you mean because I just kind of feel like hmm I just kind of feel like if you know this person well enough, then you should be able to understand certain things. You know what I'm saying? Versus someone that you don't know at all. This person could have just like off somebody and you don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? This person could have just like like portrayed somebody or whatnot, and you don't even know that this person could be like the worst of the worst. And if you get to know them, they wouldn't even be in your circle. So it is really crazy how it is like that, but I understand. I really, really do. I understand.
And people be trying to impress people too. Like
Hmm.
that's why people be trying to impress strangers or impress bums that don't even care about them in their real life. So that's when it
Hmm.
comes that it down to. It's like a external validation of people you
Right.
don't know, and it's like be with the ones who actually care and love, and these new people. Like we all know how it is.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Real Odds and Evens. Please make sure y'all go over to his channel, subscribe, and check out his content. Make sure you guys are double tapping the screen for me, okay? I appreciate all of y'all for being here. So, my next question for you here is, if emotions are the first domino, how does a person build a firewall so no bad moments doesn't ruin a decade of progress?
Whoever did that, Dot. Hope for the best and expect the worst. You hope for the best. You're always hoping for the best out of a situation, but you expect the worst out of a situation or people or out of a scenario. So when something negative does come your way, it's not too much of a burden on your emotional side or in your mental capacity to be able to think and keep going on for that day. So, you know what I'm saying? Just like, I hope this good happens. But if something does go out of the way, it's like I'm already setting my mind up for it, so when it does happen, it could just be, sand over my shoulder, water underneath the bridge, and it's just like, oh well, just keep going. Kind of like, I expected it.
Yeah, I definitely feel you. But what if it's like if it's something that you wasn't able to affect, like put it strictly on just the dominoes. You know what I'm saying? If it was like literally just the dominoes, and the very first domino was your emotions, how would you be able to, if especially if you know that the end goal, you have to be able to place the dominoes in the right order in order for them to get to wherever you want them to land, to knock over the last piece to get you to, the finish line or your whatever. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel like you would line them up in order for them to like be a successful knockdown?
So I would put up my bad pieces first that I would
Mm,
have like a probability, okay, this might not be a winner for me. So I can equate the bad pieces to putting up my so-called letdowns and small comings and things that might affect me so that you get it out the way already, because you
that's a
don't want to
great way
get
to
too,
look at it too.
yeah, you don't want to get too far inside the game, and then all of a sudden then you start becoming emotional or things start hurting you. So just get it out the way, so it's like, let's say that you start a race, you're starting to run, let your nervousness be there at first, and then you hurry up and it's like, okay, I'm still running, I'm a little nervous, but let it get out the way, instead of, oh, you're all confident, and then as soon as towards you get towards the end of the race, then you start getting nervous, then that's when you start
Hmm.
breathing harder, then your oxygen level comes up and it's causing lactic acid to build up, and now you fumbling and don't know what to do. Just get it out the way at
Yeah,
first.
that's so real. I find it like, I feel like most people find it really hard for them to be able to get things like that out of the way first, especially in a moment's notice, like especially when people are able to actually like see it all unfold with you. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that you can do like behind a closed curtain. When it's something that's actually happening like in real time, like how you would do it live, but in your real life, like it gets real difficult to actually like just be vulnerable in that way, knowing that if you're being vulnerable right now, you'll be able to succeed in it. And that, like, it comes off real difficult, I feel like, for people to be able to do stuff like that. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments, though. But I definitely feel you for sure.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna just throw this in real quick before you go forward. Just like sometimes people might not believe it, but I'm a pretty, like, well, I'm not prideful and all this. Oh, yeah, I'm a strong guy and all this kind of stuff. I am who I am. Like, that's just how I look at it. But there are some times right before I get on the live, believe it or not, that I'm, I won't say nervous, but a little timid. And a lot of people like, you, and it's like, yeah, sometimes. And then soon as it starts though, it snaps, and whatever comes over me, and it's just like, I'm fine.
Yeah, I feel it. Hey, Coach. Thank you so much for being here. So, Elevator says showing vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. That's so true.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
no
That's
doubt,
so
no
true.
doubt.
For sure. Yes, man. Okay, so my next question for you here is, If you had a cologne line that matched your content on your channel, where do you think people would wear it to? And what do you think it would be called?
Where would they wear it to? And where would they be called?
And when I say where they would wear it to, it wouldn't necessarily be because they're going to a certain place. It would be because they're trying to feel a certain way, almost as if you're able to turn a switch on that they need in order to like feel the way they want to feel when they get to wherever it is they're going.
So, okay, you would wear it to certain places where you know that, okay, I might be nervous here. I might not be able to get this here. I like this person. I'm about to go on a date. I don't want to mess this up, but I'm going to wear it so this can give me the confidence to be able to flow on through. I'm going to wear this to a new job interview. I'm going to wear this to a setting where it's like I got to be around professional people and I don't want to, you know, I'm the type of person where I don't have good talking points and all this kind of stuff, but I know that because I look good and I smell good, it's like this is gonna try to bring me through. And the name of it, and this she asked me the question, so this is gonna be my name for it, and it will be called Delicious Negro. Like that's what it would be
You are
called.
so funny. Elevated is freaking hilarious. Elevated said, "Real eyes, new cologne called fuck 'em."
Yeah, that too. But fudge 'em delicious
Fudge
Negro.
'em, fudge 'em, fudge
Fudge
'em,
'em.
delicious. Or what is it? Delicious Negro. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I feel like we say delicious differently. How you say it? Let me hear you.
Delicious.
Oh,
Delicious.
oh.
Hold on. Delicious.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it'll be. This is fuck 'em, delicious Negro.
Ooh, patent that. Don't nobody try to steal it and clip this thing. That's mine. I know.
Hold on, honey.
Don't y'all go run it over to
Yeah.
Adamo like, yo, go, create something called FM Delicious Negro. It's mine.
Child. I think a lot of people will probably get that just off the name. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Right? Like, like,
Sure.
would y'all buy that? Look,
Would y'all buy that?
delicious Negro.
The lifted. Child, that's like Chris Brown when he first got into the game.
Right,
He
right.
was like all day. I was like, every time I hear that beginning song, I don't remember what song it was, but it was one of them songs where like, oh, it was that song. Excuse me, miss. He had what do they call that stuff where it's like your tongue is just all up in the way?
Oh yeah, a fat tongue, a fat tongue. They call it a fat tongue. Like when
Yeah,
you
but
just
it's like the actual
a
correct
list.
word. Yeah, that's the word for it. Yeah, he had that. I don't know how he got rid of it, but he did.
They switched them out
Yeah,
with a fake
that's
one
what
and
it
put a
sounded like when. Yeah, exactly, Corey. Mm-hmm. Yeah, child. Yeah. So make sure y'all understand. Y'all gonna go buy yourself some fuck 'em delicious Negro. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Thank y'all so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Real Eyes and Evens. Please make sure to go over to his channel, subscribe, and check out his content, okay? So, my next question for you here is if you had to save 1,000 lives by removing one life, whose life would it be and why?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to answer that question. If I could remove one life to save 1,000 lives, hmm, I take the evil off them and put it all on a pig and take the life of that pig. Because
Child. To
like
remove one life, Corey, yeah. Who's Mr. Oh,
Mr.
I hope I don't know if we're talking
I-
about the same person.
I knew somebody was thinking it, and I was about to say that, and I'm like, watch somebody say that, and it kept coming to my mind, and I was like, a female is gonna say that orange gobble gobble neck guy. Like I knew it. I should have said it. I knew it. Knew it. And I knew it. I knew it. It was gonna be a female.
Child,
I knew it. Dang it.
honey. Dang, y'all would pick him though?
you know.
Really? Out of all the people?
You
I mean,
know.
I suppose, but I don't think I would pick him, to be completely honest. I don't feel like he needs to be removed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I was to pick, if I had to save 1,000 lives to remove one person, I think the person that I would pick, personally me, I think I would pick, what's his name? Jeffrey Epstein or whatever. No, 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 not him, not him. I was thinking of the wrong person. The guy that they made that movie on that was eating people. What's his name?
Dahmers.
Huh?
Jay Dahmers.
That's his name?
Jeffrey Jeffrey Dahmers or Charles
Oh,
Manson?
that is him, huh? I said the right person? I said, no, I didn't say the right person. I don't know who
Yeah,
I
no, no, the
said.
guy who's eating people, that was
Yeah.
well, it's 2 people, Jeffrey Dahmers and Charles Manson. They both ate
Okay,
they
Jeffrey, whatever his last name is. Why is all the people that be having problems have the name Jeffrey? I'm not naming my child Jeffrey.
right, right, right. I mean, but a lot of those people that we look at, they're just the puppets, and there's probably some crazier, disgusting, lizard-looking person behind the scenes doing it or something. Like, we don't know.
I'm not naming my child Jeffrey. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
No, no,
Orange
yeah.
Man is. Coach is stuck on it and she is not moving. Hey, Lala, thank you so much for being here, boo. Child, what you thinking over there? You look like you got it all in your head. What is it? Not the
Uh-uh.
lizard man.
'Cause who it's a lot of stuff that people they're not concentrating on that's happening, and if people knew, I think they wouldn't know how to handle it, or they would be very scared. Like I think people hear stuff, but they don't. You know, it's like because there's certain stuff that's very real, but I think people they I think that's what makes me be me because there's certain stuff that I've encountered and been around, and it's like you know, I'm not bothered by things. I've become, you know,
Yeah.
very but
Yeah, no,
anyway,
I feel it. I feel it. I definitely do. For sure, for sure. And that's really good, especially with you being a man. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
yeah. So it's funny that Corey has said Lala is so funny, child. It's funny how Corey has said not the lizard man, because I actually have something on here speaking about a lizard. So moving on to my next question. My next question I have here for you here is, would you rather swallow a live lizard that came from a highly infected swamp, that when you eat it, all of its future generations will be born into you? Or would you rather eat a human eyeball and only be able to see what that eyeball connected to that person would see? Which one would you rather do?
Chat, what do you think I would do? Chat, what do you honestly, which one do you think I would do? Um,
Oh man, both are horrible. Child, I mean, basically, you're either going to be, your body will be the temple of lizards, or you won't be able to see anything for yourself. You would only see what that other person's eyeball you ate sees. So,
and I say no to neither. I have to choose it.
you have to choose one.
I
Jesus
know,
Christ, Jay. These
right?
questions are
Jesus,
from the pits of Hades.
from the pits of
Child.
Tartarus, right? Right? these questions do not dictate me or anything that will be bound to me in any future. And I decree that any of this is not a part of my life. And I negate anything bad that comes from this. And I'm not signing on to any knowingly or unknowing contracts through these conversations. Um,
I know
I,
that's
I don't.
right.
I don't think I could eat a human eyeball. I'll probably just chomp, chomp, chomp on the lizards. Lizard man, it is.
Lizard bed, lizard man, it is. Child. Oh, I can't imagine. Just imagine you just feeling something climbing in you. We gonna
Mm.
be seeing Real Eyes on live the whole time, like, yeah.
They, they would obey my beckoning call. You only do. No,
Make
I'm just kidding.
sure, make sure before y'all get off this live that you go and you get you some of my fucking delicious Negro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The tongue talk.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because honey, that's how that's gonna be going. Fantastic set. Pause. Pause, honey. Okay, so my next question to you here is, where do you see your channel 2 years from now?
I, honestly, like I'm not like everybody else. Like, oh, I see this and I see this, and they're still inside the same position. I honestly do not know. Like, I have no, I don't know. I have no idea, but I just go with the flow. And the reason why I do that, I told you, because part of it is the things that I come up with. It's not me. I just go with this flow. When you have expectations, and when you put this here, and then when it doesn't go your way, you're gonna severely limit yourself in terms of your confidence, because then now it's like you're expecting this, it didn't happen, and now it's just like now you're going to be affected if you don't have a specific number of people to show up, or if your numbers are this low, or you only had 150 views or 200 views. And it's like me, I just go with the flow, and wherever it leads me, I'm not going to think about it, because you're not going to have me sitting there being sad because I didn't get enough likes, or I didn't have enough numbers on my videos. Like, oh well, if you show up, you show up. And that shows people the integrity that you have, because if you could
Yeah,
still show up after, oh, this video only got this amount of views, like, so some people, oh,
that's true.
your views odds, one time you had 1,000 views, one time you only had 200. I'm like, okay, oh well, if I could still show up the next day or two and not be upset with the show out of the numbers, trust me, people are watching, and they see how your energy's coming off. So now if you say one thing, right, like, oh, I ain't about the numbers, but if you see and then you get mad about the numbers and you want to take this video down, people watch stuff like that and they talk. Like, I'm being honest. They're not gonna tell the creators and the YouTubers, but they do. And they don't bring this
Mhm.
information forward because they're afraid, like, oh well, this person, they might be combative, or the community might think we're. Trust me, people are talking, but they don't say things to people because they don't want to feel like, but people talk. So that's why I'm just
I
like, just do yourself.
understand. Yeah. Lala says, set a goal, or pretty much get a goal is a goal. Set it. Yeah. I definitely
Right.
feel it. Yeah. Shoot for the moon, reach for the stars.
Yeah, 'cause,
Hmm.
like, with me, I
Anthony
never
said,
even
oh,
had a
well.
goal. Yeah, right. Oh well, like I never had a goal of it. I didn't even think I was gonna be monetized. I never thought people would be watching me. I never thought about that. Like that was never my goal. Oh, I want people to watch. I want people to, that it's just. I would just, it's just a flow. Like that's
Yeah.
that.
And I
But
feel it because
you
it's
know,
definitely working for you for it to just be a flow. And some people have it like that for them where they're not really necessarily looking for that. Consistency is a goal for me. Yeah, coach, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
consistency should be a goal for everybody in whatever it is that they're trying to do in their life. You know what I'm saying? But
right,
yeah,
right,
I
and
definitely
that
get that.
works for y'all. Like, don't let me, like, I don't want people to feel like I'm coming at them, because that's absolutely not it. But what works for you works for you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's And me, it's just like I go on when I feel like going on. If I feel like I need to help the people and motivate the people, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's different, because I could be, yes, a whole lot further, but my mind doesn't think like that way. You know what I'm saying? It just it
Yeah.
doesn't compute that way.
Nah, I definitely get it. And it's crazy because I had seen a post that Trisha had made before recently where it was something from vidIQ that said something along the
I
lines of
saw
what you
that.
were saying earlier. Yeah, you saw that. It was something like I don't know, it was saying something like don't
Don't let
let
the
the
views
last video like be the reason you don't post, or
dictate
something along
this.
the
Yeah,
lines of
yeah.
that.
I
You
saw
know what
that.
I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely feel it. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank y'all so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Real Eyes and
like
Evens.
this.
Please make sure that you check out his channel. Go and check out his content and get you some of that delicioso Nico.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing, but yeah. Okay, so my next question for you here is, if you can only claim one thing that brings you peace outside of yourself, your family, or God, what would it be and why?
A sound mind
It has to be outside of yourself.
outside of myself.
Outside of
Outside.
yourself that doesn't deal with you, your family, or God.
That brings me peace. Huh.
Like something that will come to you. Yeah.
Prosperity in any fashion.
Okay.
Like I know it doesn't go with what we're saying, but
Yeah.
prosperity in any way, prosperity in food,
Mhm.
prosperity in money, prosperity in love, prosperity in respect, prosperity in all. Like that's outside myself. So whatever form it comes in, it's like I'm prospering. So I'm prospering and never being hungry. So food can come to me. Prosperity and money can come to me. But I don't think about money like that. Like I'm just thinking
Okay.
outside the box. So it would be in any form, however it comes, or prosperity with my health,
I feel
but that's
that.
still, you know
Yeah, I definitely get it. I feel like for me it would be like I would have to say knowing that someone that fell down 1,000 times was able to still make it to their goal. Like they never gave up. That brings
yeah.
me motivation. It like shows dedication. It shows that it can be done even by someone that forever over the years had so many setbacks, that made other people feel like, well, if they can't do it and they're doing this and they're doing this, like they will never make it, for people that were talked down upon because they kept trying to do something that other people just never seen this day of light of, you know what I'm saying, that other people passed them way beyond, they still was able to make it to their goals. I feel like me being able to see that will like it would bring me like peace in a way.
Right, right. And that's good, and I want people to have a takeaway from this. It's just like, how many people try to talk about me on this platform and bring me down and all this stuff, and I don't it's like I don't care, and I still keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is from different sectors and everything before I even started being a little bit more serious on YouTube, and people just tried to turn people against me, and, "Oh, don't watch this and don't watch it," and it's just like I just kept going. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to go on too, because I've dealt with it, I've seen it, and now it's to the point where I'm kind of glad people had done that stuff to me, because now it's just like I'm used to it, and it's like, oh well, and I expect it. So, you know, y'all got to keep in mind that when you're on, a platform, you're going to be dealing with so many different types of attitudes of different people and all types of energies. So we can't sit here and be like, I don't want nobody to talk about me, or I don't want this person saying this, or this hurt me. It comes with the game on here, whether it's trolls, whether it's people we know. So we got to kind of try to stand a little bit stronger, because if you can't, like, this is what I tell people, if you can't handle this amount of people saying stuff and doing stuff to you when your channel's at 2,000, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, what you gonna think your mind is gonna be able to handle when you reach 50,000, 100,000,
I
two hundred
know.
thousand
I
people?
think Coach was on her live and she was speaking on something like that before. It was like some time ago, probably even not even that long ago. But I remember her talking about something like that too. Exactly, Anthony, period. You feel me? Like, yeah. But yeah, I definitely feel you on that for sure. That's a guarantee fact. Okay. So my next question for you here is, if you let your fear out, like if your fear was taken out of your body, and it attached to the person that you dislike the most, who would it be and why?
Hmm. Like the most severely evil one himself or herself. Like it doesn't have to be a person, or
I
it
mean,
can, or can
it could be whatever. So the reason I kind of came up with this question is because right now I'm actually watching this show and it's called Locked and Key. I believe that's the name of it. And it's a series and it's actually really good. Basically this girl, basically they live in a house where their generation, like their bloodline, they are like the recipients of these keys, and they're magical keys that can do all type of magical things. Like for example, one of the keys allows you to go into your own mind. So basically you would take the key and like open it, like wherever the key is for, it will have a keyhole. You'll put the keyhole in the back of your neck, and like you will be frozen, but another you will pop up. And this you would be able to like walk through this door that popped out of nowhere that leads to inside of your mind. Basically. And so she went into her mind and she took her fear out and she beat it up and she buried it. But it came up out of the ground and it started attacking the person that she hated the most, which was a bully in her school. Like her bully in her school, she feared her, like she feared her bully so much that when her fear got loose, it attacked her bully. Like it attacked the person that she hated the most.
hmm. I mean, to be honest, like I'm sure like I might be afraid of certain things, but I don't know what I'm afraid of. Like I don't know what I'm afraid of. Like, when people are like, oh, they're afraid of this, or they're afraid of aging, or they're afraid of like, unaliving inside the future and not living anymore, or unafraid of like being I'm just like, I just look at those things like, like if it happens, it happens. So if somebody was really able to reach into the deep recesses of my subconscious and find out what my fear is, it would probably, and if that went on that person, I don't know. They would just, 'cause I don't even know. But I would put it on like whatever evil entity is causing all this craziness, like people being miserable and people being cutthroat and people being talked about and all this other stuff. Whoever caused it, I'll put it on that principality, that thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I think some people, it's like they can be one way one day because we don't know what happened with them, and they can change inside the future. And I'm aware some people are probably on substances, some people is on liquor, some people is on drugs. You know what I'm saying? So I could put it on that person, but then it would just be on some like principality or something like that, which is causing all this stuff. Because I don't
Yeah.
want to put it on one person and then I find out that there's something deeper and more crazier, and that person was about to, their life is going to expire the next day, and I'm like, oh man, and now some new evil person comes. Put it on the
It's
principality or
interesting to
something.
say because I kind of feel like people will either put it on people that they feel like they can think about from years to come because they affected them emotionally in a way that was negative for so long, that made them make decisions even when there wasn't there, even when they wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Just off the thought of the trauma that they've been through and all type of stuff like that. It can even be your own mom. You feel like your mom didn't raise you in a particular way, and it made you feel like you went through life not knowing certain things and doing certain things in the wrong way and taking forever to actually get the right answer. And you're always thinking about all these different things. It can be, your best friend. Y'all done ran. the neck of the woods doing all these horrible things, and you probably ended up in jail because of them, and now you hate them. You know, it could be all type of different things that impact your life in like a really, really heavy way that will make you like that would make that person be the person that you think of the most, to where if your fear was to
Mm.
actually get out of your head and attach to the person that you hate the most because of all the things that they did to you, like,
True.
I feel like everybody will have everybody's fear would attach to somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? It would be something. Like if you really were to sit back and think on it, I feel like everybody's fear would attach to something. I even feel like I honestly don't believe that nobody's fear would be like, I hate money because money is the reason why society is like this. If this money didn't exist, then all of this wouldn't exist because there would be something in replacement of money. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if anything, they would think of, like I said, their family. They would think like, why are we like this and they like that, or all type of different stuff. It would be something. You know what I'm saying? It would be something. I kind of feel like it would be.
Yeah, because even from the beginning of time, like money is just always going to be here. But I'm not saying it's going to be here in the aspect of what you think it is. Because
Hmm.
first, money was like goods, then it turned into like seashells, then it turned into like precious metals of like silver, copper, gold, and then it turned into like certificates. Where now we have banknotes, so it's always going to be something. And now money inside the future could be the exchange of energy. So it's just like you think that it's like, oh well, you're not gonna have money. It could be online, digital money where it's like you have to perform energy requiring things, and that could be money. It's just something that's always gonna be here.
I
It's
feel it.
exchange.
Yeah. Okay. So, my next question for you here is, you made a live that you titled Gaslighting Equals False Light and Full of Hot Air. What would you say the red flags would be for people to look out for when it comes to protecting their space?
Um, when people try to bait you, like what on this platform or in real life?
Either or, it could be both.
So I'm gonna say, okay, like
Let's
let's
say
say that
for this platform, since we on YouTube. You feel me? Yeah. This guy is so funny.
ugh, my cup of tea. On this platform. So if you know that it's somebody that's kind of against you, right? Or we all got discernment, and I call it basically like a spidey sense. So when your spidey sense starts to tingle, or when your discernment or your higher self starts to pick up on these things for people that that might not like you or have your best interest, and now you know that they partially know that your weakness is being baited into them saying certain things, and now it's just like, well, you're inside, let's say you're inside somebody's live, right? Be careful, because sometimes these people will bait you by saying certain things to try to get you out of your character, and will pretend that it's not towards you, but it is towards you. So it's like they know that you're inside the chat, so they say something slick and smart. Yeah, well, people blah 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 need to do this, or yeah, I rebuke all people and Satan get behind me. And it's like, that it's directed towards you, because soon as you popped in, they'll gaslight and
Mhm.
say these certain things to like get you pissed, and then be like, basically it's akin to somebody throwing a rock and slapping you on the back of your head, and then when you turn around and you respond to them doing something to you, now they'll point the finger, did you see what they did, and oh, they don't know how to, and it's like that's gaslighting right there. So
Yeah.
when you see it, try to withhold your tongue to a certain point where it's like you have enough emotional intelligence to know how to combat this, because sometimes a lot of people, because they like certain people, that person can manipulate by saying certain things to you, and it's like anything you say or something, they're coming at me, and did you see that, and it's like, no, 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 nigga, did you see them when they slapped me, so now I decided to slap you back, and now it's like, oh, they hit me. And it's like, that's gaslighting. And it's like, man, screw you people who be doing that on this platform. I can't stand that. I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
And that happens a lot, to be honest, which is so crazy. Hey, Tease, thank you so much for being here. Hey, JC, thank you so much for being here, boo. I appreciate y'all. But I completely feel you, and I do agree that definitely does happen. Ciao. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
yeah. Okay. So, my next question for you here is, would you rather have to walk in ballerina shoes for the rest of your life, or would you rather be a shoe for the dinosaur?
Ballerina shoes or be a shoe for a dinosaur. Huh. Well, when I played football, we actually had to take up ballet classes. Walking ballerina shoes or be and if the dinosaurs are extinct, she's laughing. Um, because there's a clause to this. So if I have to wear ballerina shoes, but then can I wear the ballerina shoes? And since they're so thin, I can put over another piece of footwear over it, but I'm still wearing the ballerina shoes?
No, you got to wear the ballerina shoes.
Rain, sleet, snow, anywhere, even on rough terrain, even when it's cold.
Anywhere, anytime, even the church.
Oh, you know what? I will do. You never played football. You were the water boy. Are you kidding? Hold up. What?
Elevated.
Are you kidding me? Bruh, do you see like all right, you know what? I'm gonna do 1,000 push-ups on you on one of these lives, and I'm gonna show you all the pictures, show you the college I went to. I played football. No, I played. I just present myself inside of a comedic way. I was very much an athlete. I just don't lift weights anymore too much. Trust me, I was trucking people. I broke somebody's clavicle before with how hard I pushed them. Like, trust me, I just don't. I know how fragile human beings could be. I'll probably be the ballerina shoe. I'll probably do the ballerina shoe, and then I would fix it up so it would look sleek and very nice and color it and put like rubber soles on it, make it like all black. Because if I'm a shoe for somebody else that's a dinosaur, like, do you know what kind of life that is? You're constantly getting
Yeah.
walked on, constantly getting treaded on, and it's like you got to deal with hearing somebody like shredding somebody apart. Walking through the mud, and then what if you get caught inside some tar, and then
Gosh.
all of a sudden the freaking meteor comes down and you're just a shoeing on the back. You can't run nowhere, do nothing, and then this is I'll do the ballerina shoes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Coach said,
Coach,
tell Big Head to do me one push up before he starts talking real.
see these orange,
Ciao.
see this boob milk right here? Like, please, please, please.
That is so freaking funny. Like, just the explanation of the dinosaur. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you would be literally going through everything.
And imagine if it was a brontosaurus. That would really be just like you just slowly getting stepped, and then while they sitting there just like eating off the tree, and then you just all that weight, and you just sitting there waiting for them to just move it. It's just like,
And they
ugh,
move so slow.
right, right?
So,
No.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank y'all so much for being here in the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Real Odds and Evens. Please make sure to go over to his channel, subscribe, and check out his content, okay? So, my next question for you here is, what advice would you give someone that has a hard time with feedback on their channel?
um. Okay. So what you're going to do is take your mind and you're going to filter it and turn things around and look from the outside in, right? And you're only going to get this from people who you know that you can trust and call it constructive criticism. Like you have to look at it that way. Yes, we know that there are people who just plain they be hating on y'all, they be throwing shots, they be doing things, and it's more called I call it kidding on the spot. Like you need to do this, you need to do that, and you got to be careful of that because some people just be trying to like dim your light. So I would look at it and look at it as okay, I'm going to filter this information that somebody's telling me in a way where I'm not going to take it as an insult, even if it is. I'm going to look at it as a constructive criticism to be able to build and uplift my channel because I might not be like me, I don't care what people say, right? But I do still do listen. But I
Yeah.
would look at it in a way where, like, okay, you know what? Maybe I need to stop being so one dimensional. Like you could look at it two ways. My channel is my channel and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Or you could look at it as, okay, maybe I'm not going anywhere. Let me take this and filter it in a way where it's like, maybe let me look at it as constructive criticism. But if I see you going off course with what you're saying and now you're just hurling insults, itch baby gone. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it, and I definitely agree, and so does Tease. Okay,
Yeah.
so I really appreciate you making it this far in the interview because I do have one more question that's left for you. Thank y'all so much for continuing to stick with us and being here. To everyone on the replay, I definitely appreciate y'all making it this far. You guys are amazing. So my last question I have for you here is, what would you do differently if you started your channel over today?
All the haters and all the miserable people, all these witches and warlocks, I'd start over by bringing this bat and beating them in the back of the head. It's like,
What did you take that from like another world? What kind of bat is that? Is that what do you have wrapped around that bat? Is that the thing that goes around the fence for the jail?
to me, I call you.
Is
Um,
that what is it called? Bob wire?
um, do y'all remember that show? I know somebody can guess it. It's a certain show. It was a series
That
that came
zombie
on.
show?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Lucille, Lucille. But anyways, she said, "Did you just grab that from the nether realm?" I did. I did. I pulled it out my dimensional pocket of space, and it came to me now. But no,
T
if I
said, "Can I order one?"
could, sure can, sure can.
Yeah. You can
um,
get it on his website along with his cologne. You feel me? Like,
right, right,
yeah.
and
hmm
I'm gonna. Y'all just sparked something inside my mind. But if I could change anything, mm, no, I wouldn't change a thing because what people have to realize is your journey, and everything that you know and what you have learned has crafted you to be exactly where you're at. So like let's say that there's some people, right, who say, you know what, I would change me in these people and this person. No, it's a good thing because now when you've encountered this person or these people or this person, right? Now it now gives you this buildup of armor to now when you encounter this stuff again, you know how to handle it. And it's like, oh, okay, I can see this a mile away coming, or I can see crazy
Yeah.
coming a mile away, or I can see deception coming away. So would I change a thing? No, no. You could just start something new and then go about it like that. But would I change anything? No, because if I pulled that aspect away, who knows what it would change about me from a learning experience. And if I don't
Yeah.
have that a part of me, I could probably fail somewhere inside the future.
That's true. Yeah, I feel that. Well, yeah, man. Shout out to all of y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. And thank you so much, Realize, for being here. I definitely appreciate you coming on. And I can't wait to see how everything's going to go for the next 6 months so I can get you on the re up. You know what I'm saying? Yes, man. But I do appreciate you guys. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Real Odds and Evens. Please make sure to go over to his channel, subscribe, and check out his content. Until next time, y'all. Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.